I've just been rereading Enoch Powell, The Rivers of Blood speech. His prophecy was absolutely right in one sense. The Tiber didn't foam with blood, but flames lambent wrapped round Tottenham and wrapped round Clapham. But it wasn't intercommunal violence. This is where he was completely wrong. What's happened is that a substantial section of the chavs that you read about have become black. The whites have become black. A particular sort of violent, destructive, nihilistic gangster culture has become the fashion. And black and white, boy and girl operate in this language together. This language which is wholly false, which is a Jamaican patois that's been intruded in England. And this is why so many of us have this sense of literally a foreign country.
Okay, did you hear that? I hope you took that in, because I know some of you watch Dr. David Starky and you watch Monarchy and you watch all of his history programs and you actually buy into, you know, being part of, you actually bought into, you were drinking the Kool-Aid for a while, weren't you? You was actually buying into that stuff, weren't you? And then he turns around and slaps you in your face. Yeah, so the negative media onslaught is on. The negative media onslaught against black boys is on. The black boy is now the UK's public enemy number one. Yeah, as I said, we thought they had their eyes on the Muslims for a while, and then bang, you got slapped in your face. Assimilationists, how do you feel? All of you people that wanted to sing Kumbaya, how do you feel now? Because everybody, you didn't see colour, but everybody else is seeing colour. You people don't see colour and you think everybody needs to hold hands and move together and create this rainbow coalition nation in the UK. Well, guess what? Everybody's turned around. They've gone back to their own communities and they're looking at you, Negro, and they're blaming you. Here's the funny thing. The people that are responsible, remember those people that came to the country on the Windrush? The West Indians, the Jamaicans, the Bajans, the Trinidadians, and then we formed cricket teams in the bus garages and went down and watched West Indies beat you at cricket. This isn't us. You have to realize these are different people that you've got now. And when we were trying to forge institutions and create legacies, you prevented us from doing it. So now the hodgepodge of Somali, Nigerian, Ugandan, Albanian, and Kurds rioter, they have nothing to hang on to, and they are out doing the rioting. But most of the other communities are going back to each other and they're turning around and they're looking at black people and they're blaming black people. But you have to look at the duality of media, because on the one hand, the media is running away from sensible black men. I'll post a link, or it shows you David Lammy running away from a black man, and there's another black man that was trying to talk to Boris Johnson over in Clapham, and they're running away from him as well. Sensible black men, I think no one from the government has come down to Tottenham. I think they know that people in Tottenham have the propensity to tell the truth, and will probably tell the truth live on TV, and they can't have that happen. So the media blackout is also on. This thing that they've been showing on Sky News over and over again, Looters, is really heartbreaking in two ways. It shows the fundamental breakdown of certain sections of society's family, where you can allow your child to go out and do this stupidness and speak to Sky in this really stupid manner. All of the kids are black. And it shows that they don't have enough cultural integrity to know that they're embarrassing other black people as they do this nonsense. That's what's happened, and that has been fed. Listen, when people were trying to tell you that the music was being influenced and all of these weird, cryptic, demonic influences were coming in the music, people wanted to laugh. You don't really believe that, do you? You don't believe that, when it was all materialistic. They were trying to push OG Nicky on you and turn all the girls into whores. People were laughing. Hey, it's just that, isn't it? It's just that. Well, look at the streets now. Okay, right? We've got some stupid idiot girl that supposedly, I wonder about these stories. She went in, she robbed the place, looted the place, came back with all the goods, looked at the goods and felt so bad. She took everything back and turned herself in. and now our asses are being embarrassed on TV. Some of these stories aren't really adding up, but yeah, they're immediate. There are thieves, and the basic thing that's come out of this has been gross theft. Now, I was thinking in a revolutionary stance, you could look at it as looting, or you could look at it as the proletariat striking back at the economic bloodsuckers that take money out of their community, but that's romancing it slightly. Let's face it, everybody's doing it due to the economic circumstances, but everything's been focused on black boys. As I watch the news right now, it's all about it's about gang crime, stroke black boys. Okay, and all the people, I've said this again, if you look at people, sensible people watch the news, because any black person that has even been on TV to even speak up has been an illiterate youth worker or an ex-criminal. I mean, the media onslaught is ridiculous. There have been no black professionals, or maybe one or two on the early days, and they thought, oh no, actually, these people are too articulate. And they're hunting down stupid black boys and trying to talk to 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds to try and give a proper perspective on something that's been fermenting in the last 5 years. From when they were 10 years old, this has been fermenting. So how do you expect them to have any sort of perspective at all? No, this is a media onslaught against black people. And they're finding stupid black boys instead of real black men. I tried to go onto a blog talk radio show earlier on today and just express myself in terms of a black professional man and what's going on, what I've seen and what's needed. And I made one of the, she asked for a solution. I said, well, you need black schools, you need Afro-Caribbean schools to maintain the culture, to stop the culture from getting disparate and material in the same way that the Muslims have, in the same way that the Jews have, in the same way that whites do when they exclude people from certain schools on the basis of not being able to afford to go there. They keep their cultural integrity. And for me to suggest that, she disagreed, and she had another homosexual white boy talking about Tottenham on the radio, and he's disagreeing with me. What the? There's a basic. Let me keep calm. There's a media blackout. The breakdown of the family and the cultural homogeny in terms of having a general cultural sense is gone, because the media can come into these areas and interview stupid ass black boys, and the stupid ass black boys can now give these people poster boys for hate. Now, we finally got to a South Central style mentality. Black people over in this country always used to be able to look at America and go, bloody hell, look how fucked up they got those black people over there. Look how dumb they are. Well, unfortunately, we've been sitting on our laurels and not creating enough of a path. Well, actually, that's a lie. We have been trying to forge a pathway through to the young, and everywhere we go, things get cut. Okay, music was infiltrated and people warned and people laughed. Everything's been cut and the kids are rioting. But here's the thing. I'm trying to think of even if we can reach in and talk to these kids, but these kids don't even care. Some of them are too dumb to even care. Okay, this is the complete opposite of fight the power. This is rob the local. Hang on a second, this phone call.